Okay, it has been way too long since I've gone over my morning skincare routine. And you guys, I have been doing it for 5.5 years now. And it just, it's fantastic. So, it is Ever Skincare. The company really prides himself on clean but potent skincare. So they go above and beyond the European standards, which, if you know anything about makeup or skincare, the European standards are way more stringent than the US. The US has like a ridiculous amount of things that it bans, and the Europeans like ban thousands. So they're very proud of that. And not only that, but they think about what is good for the earth and humans and all of that. Like it's all encompassing. They're just a very moral and good company. And but enough they put enough ingredients in everything so that it actually works. Like, you can go to the drugstore and grab some of these ingredients for a lot cheaper, but it's like, going to the bar and getting a watered down drink. It's just not going to cut it. I mean, there's a lot better examples than that probably, but yeah, so the products work. That's all that I need to say about it. Okay. So the first thing that I do, especially if your face has dried after you've washed it. Oh no, that's not the first thing you do. The first thing you do is wash it. So I cleanse. Some people will double cleanse, and I don't have it here with me, but our beauty water is a micellar water, which is amazing. So I use that sometimes when I'm too lazy to do like the full deal, but it also is really good at specific things like taking off eye makeup, and like Mike uses it if he gets like overspray on his face, or yeah, there's a bunch of things you can use it for. But anyway, so some people will double cleanse using that and one of the cleansers. My favorite cleanser happens to be sold out right now, but it's going to be back in stock very soon. It's called Luminous, and it is the one that is for the driest skin, like dry and sensitive skin. And it's a balm, and you don't even have to wash it off. I mean, no, that's not true. You don't need like to splash water on yourself ever throughout the whole process. So it's very like, it's easy to do as well. So, and it feels great. You like massage it in, and then you just wipe it off with a warm cloth. So that is wonderful. This one is my second favorite. So there are three. There's Luminous, there's Refresh, and Rebalance. So Rebalance is the one for if you have like oily or acneic skin. And then this one is in between. This one is Refresh. And honestly, once I found Luminous, I stopped using the other ones. And when I started using this one again, I was like, oh, this is actually very nice. So it works very well. It just isn't my baby, the Luminous Balm. But this one sort of foams up a tiny little bit. And honestly, I don't splash my face. I do wet my face ahead of time, and then I lather it on my face, and then I use a face cloth to wash it off. So that is Refresh. But then, so I did that before I hopped in the shower, or when I was in the shower. And so my face is dry now. So I am going to spray on this Hydro Flash. So this stuff is actually geared towards like women who are in premenopause or menopause. It can be very healing, and it's great for your skin, but it actually is cool. It has coconut and like botanical extracts and things like that, and it feels cool to the touch. And so a lot of women use it by like either spraying it on their wrists or on their neck just to cool themselves down when they're having a hot flash. But it smells like cucumber, which I absolutely love. So I am going to spray this on quickly, and I'll explain why. Because your face needs to be wet when you are putting on your hyaluronic acid, and that's my next step. If your face is wet when you're putting on the hyaluronic acid, then it just absorbs all of the good moisture in. If your face is dry, then the hyaluronic acid is going to want to like grab the air. kind of, which is dry, especially like in the winter, especially if it's not like dewy and balmy out or whatever. So this is especially important during dry seasons. But you want to put hyaluronic acid on your face when your face is a little bit damp. So, and then you just put it on like this. And hyaluronic acid is one of those things that is just really very good for your skin. As you get older, it's going to help your skin retain its plumpness, put moisture and plumpness back in. It's like it goes deep. So the hyaluronic acid and the serums are for the inside of your skin, and the moisturizers and stuff are for the outside of your skin. So you kind of need both. Now, before that dries, you want to pop on your serum. So this is called Youthful Serum, and it is amazing. So it fights the 10 signs of aging, and you guys, it just works. And all of these products, they smell wonderful, they feel wonderful, and they're great for you. So they are in the middle of repackaging and reformulating some of the products. So anything that is like questionable, you know, they started creating this 15 years ago or however long. And things have changed since then. They've learned more since then. I would be concerned if a company put something out 20 years ago and then never changed it, because honestly, obviously we learn things as time goes on. So the packaging is like, this one is especially cool. So this is going to be like refillable. It's not quite yet, but they don't have the products to go in it yet. But yeah, so they're making the packaging better for the earth, and if there's any products inside of it that like need tweaking or whatever, they're doing that along the way as well. So I'm very proud that they're doing that. I think it's fantastic. And they also, like I said, I've been doing this for 5 years, but you probably have noticed that I haven't said much about it recently. And they changed hands. Well, they didn't really change hands. They were mixed together with Stella and Dot, and they broke apart. They created new websites, and they had new like policies and the way that the Delight Center worked and things like that, like the help desk, I guess. And so they had a hard time for a little while there, and COVID was not easy for them. So they had a hard time for a while there. I used it throughout the whole thing. I just was, you know, getting into my Saint stuff and pushing Saint more. And so it was hard to talk about both things. But you guys, I stand behind this Ever skincare. I've tried some of the new fancy things that people have been talking about like all the time. And I didn't even look forward to putting them on in the evenings or the mornings or whatever. Like, I love this, and I'm keep going back to it and going back to it. So that's that. All right. So the next thing that I'm going to do, actually, I'll put this on first, is my vitamin C. So this vitamin C, the way that it's stored really well. Vitamin C is tricky to get where it stays stable, like shelf stable for a long time. And so it's important that you use the right kind and that it is delivered appropriately. And so the way that this is delivered, it has layers of ingredients in it kind of that actually separate out. So you need to shake it before you put it on. And then you just take a little squirt here. I mean, I could drip it on my face like everybody else does. I don't see the point of that except for making a mess. So I'm just pressing this on, and any of your product, like if you do not want to be finished with product like left on your hand or whatever. So you want to be using it on your hands and on your neck and décolleté. So this area tends to age us even more than our face does sometimes, because people don't take care of it the same way they take care of their face. So there's that. All right. The next thing I'm going to put on is the eye cream. This is an eye concentrate. It is it like helps with puffiness and color and fine lines and all of that stuff. So I'm gonna actually put it like on the ski mask area here, but making sure I get underneath and tapping it in gently. Alrighty. Now, for a moisturizer, I have a couple that I like, and if it's summertime and whatever, then honestly, you should be using a sunscreen. So this is a tinted moisturizer. It's got a tiny bit of like color in it, and I'll show you that in a second. But it also has all of the products that help with the 10 signs of aging, and it also has the SPF 32 in it. So it's a fantastic product. I don't use it all the time. Oh, I did this last time. I put way too much on when I was on the live. Now I'm wasting all of that, you guys. Ugh. Okay, I don't even know what to do with that. I'm gonna put it right there. All right, so maybe I'll use it, but I'll show you the coloring. Anyway, yes, in the summer, especially spring, summer, fall, especially, you should be using sunscreen. Or, hey, maybe you're one of those people who goes outside in the winter. I'm not. I hide inside, and I tell everybody they should really be wearing sunscreen 365 days a year, every single day, whatever. I don't. So I will sometimes use, Saint has a great cream. Honestly, this one smells the best. I love that one. And Ever has another, just a regular face cream that is called Flawless, which is fantastic. And so sometimes I will use that one as well. But during the seasons, you kind of need to decide whether you need a moisturizer on or not if you're using the cream makeup, because the cream makeup is very moisturizing. So sometimes I don't even need it. The last thing that I put on is our Lavish Body Butter. You guys, oh, I do have it. Oh, good. I'll even show you. Distracted. Okay, so the Lavish Body Butter, I love on my hands, legs, all of the things, but I always put it like under my chin and on this area here in the morning and at night, because if you keep this looking plump and moist, it's not gonna look like old and crepey. It also helps with like the sleeping lines and stuff. So you need to keep that moisturized. Of course, you need to drink water and all of that as well. But yeah. So I have a little bit of a dry patch right there, you guys, and I'm putting it on it. I don't know if it's meant to do this or not, but it helps so much with like eczema and psoriasis and just things like that. It just helps to cure things better. Sunburns, burns, scars, all of the things. So if I get dry skin like that, or like any dry patches, then I will go and use this extra there. I mean, normally I wouldn't put it on my face, but it just is necessary right now. Mike actually also loves this product. I try very hard to make sure I have plenty so that it doesn't seem like he's like using up the end. You know how you don't like to finish it up? He uses it like in the winter when wears leather gloves, and that seeps the moisture out of your skin. Or in the summer if he's like working, doing cleanups, or if he's doing like concrete work, cinder blocks, stones, stuff like that just rip your hands up, he goes for this. He will like goop it on and just like chill with it on. So this is excellent. That being said, I should let you know that through this weekend, so I don't know, maybe it's till the end. I'll write down when this sale goes to, but right now you can get a free body butter and a free Vacay Sunless Tanning Drop. So I was using this on my neck to kind of balance out my neck and my face, and the deal with it is this: you put it on. It's drops. So you put it into your favorite moisturizer or your serum or whatever you're using. So why I didn't do this at the beginning, I just don't know. I'll just put it in. So say I've got some lotion here. You take a couple of drops, depends on how dark you want it or whatever. You mix it in. Oops, I'm not mixing it on the screen. You mix it in, and then you just apply your makeup or serum or cream or whatever the same way that you would. So, and it gives this natural, buildable tan that doesn't look orangey, doesn't look yucky. You do have to wash it off of your hands so that you don't, you know, build up a weird looking tan on the palm of your hands. But it's not, it looks natural, and you decide how dark you want it. So, yeah, so if you spend $125 while this Memorial Day sale is going on, then you would get a vacay tanning drop for free and a lavender scented body butter. Jessica loves the lavender scented one to put on like right before bed, you know, because lavender is very soothing, and yeah, just kind of part of the bedtime routine. So yeah, if you want help like deciding what things you would like to get, if you want to start slow, if you want to get the whole regimen and go crazy, then just let me know. I can help you pick and choose the things that are important to you. And maybe you already have products that work really great and you don't want to replace those, but you want to add in a few new things or whatever, then let me know. I can help you figure out how to get the best deal. We have Subscribe to Save, which saves you 10 or 15%, but then you also get you get extra rewards on your next order. So it's saving more than that. So anyway, let me know if you're interested, because this makeup is fantastic and you should be using it. Like if you are 40 or over, you should be using this makeup. It's great. All right, go spread your sparkle everywhere. Love you.